Alright, YouTube. Here I am. There's some kiddos. Where are they at? Here we go. It's I got it in naturally aspirated configuration. I put the balancer back up here on top. Getting ready to pop it back in the truck. I had to get some seals for the transmission. I'm not doing right with my camera this morning. There we go. I'll put an input shaft seal in it, and we pre-oiled the engine and made a fancy little oil drive out of an old distributor, and plumbed the turbos, and all with this line. I ain't finished it because I'm not sure if it goes under or next to the power steering pump once it's in the truck. But we're right there at it, I'm telling you. Got helpers everywhere. Look at this one. You gonna mash your fenders? Alright, quick update. Got a master cylinder for I think 86, and got these pedals, which I believe they came out of an 86, but push rod was way short, and oh, just everything was different. The pin on the eyelet was bigger. I had to drill the eyelet out. What I did is I took two threaded couplers, I cut the rod in half, I threaded it, I put the two couplers together with a grade 8 bolt that I'd cut off, jammed them together, and then threaded the rod in each side with a jam nut on it, got it to the proper length, and that's how I did that. I got the master cylinder back on, brake master cylinder. I need to put my clips on, put my switch back in. They're different. These pedals are different. The switch was different. The retainer's different. I'm not sure what year. I think that was an 85 or 86 truck these pedals came out of. But I have learned that these trucks came optional with the hydraulic clutch. In the 80s, it could have been manual or hydraulic. So this may be a manual setup, and that's why nothing's working. I'm also going to go ahead and change the steering column. I've got this tilt column. Actually came out of my toy truck project because I put the O2 steering column in it. I was just playing with these switches. I'm like, oh, no, they're different, so I took them all apart. Turns out they're the same switch, just the bracket's on the opposite side. Then one mounts upside down from the other. So because of that, the push rod length from the key switch is different because they mount differently. So I put them back together the way they were, and I'll just have to turn the wires over to plug them in. This column also has this rectifier cooler looking thing. I'm not sure what it is, but it's got the same plug as this one on the end of it, so I'm going to leave it intact because this plug is different. So I'm going to leave that the way it is, and the wiring harness should plug into this side of it. So I'm getting ready to put that in now, and I can start putting my cab back together. Alright, it's hanging, clutch is on it. It's good progress in here. Got the new tilt column in. Oh, nice. Pedals, all three of them. And then around here, I decided to relocate the battery to under the truck because turbo's hanging very up front. And I think I'm probably going to need that space for exhaust. So did that. And also another hiccup, since this is a 92 block, you'll note there's no Boss for a fuel pump, which requires me to use an electric. So let's see if I can get down here and show you something. Mounted up Holley fuel pump. I had it in the shelf from previous years. The Holley red pump should be set at 7 pounds from factory. That's a Chinese stainless steel inlet filter. Came with the turbo kit. And there is my battery box. Bought off eBay, Speedway Motors. I think it was $17. I said, well, hell, I can't build one for that. So drilled a few holes and mounted it up there. Got a side post battery. I am probably going to run some extra cables back to the wheel well so I can get some jumper cables on it if need be. But there you go, there's your update. Oh yeah, here's another thing. With the master cylinder mounted, hydraulic line run crosses. Put a swirly coil in it for flex, and after we get the tranny in, we'll finish that up. But that gets it up out of the way. On the DeSoto, it runs under the transmission, and I've had to replace it once because I broke it when I was pulling the transmission down. I couldn't get it out of the way, so figure we'll get this one up out of the way. You have to come up with it. Watch out, Tom. Watch out. Stop.
Say Daddy's truck.
Say, hey man. Well, folks, friends and neighbors, I know I still got bits and pieces laying around, but it was a successful day. She's back in. Cross members bolted in. Woohoo!